Welcome to Ultimate DIY, where you learn to be your own handyman. And today I'm going to show you how to install your drain lines under your sink using thin wall polypropylene. All right, guys, I have a sink here that has a garbage disposal that is already hooked up, and we are simply going to hook up the lines. Now, there's a couple areas where people make mistakes. I'm going to bring you in a little closer, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you what you need to do to get it hooked up. It's relatively simple, so let's do that. If you want to understand how to install your garbage disposal directly to your sink via the flange, follow the link above, and I have a video that'll walk you through that step by step. When you are actually installing a garbage disposal, there are four major parts that need to be done. You're going to have your power, which is going to plug in the back wall, and it'll be controlled by a switch up by your sink. You're going to have the actual garbage disposal itself, which is going to mount via flange to the bottom of your sink. I have a separate video for that that'll walk you through that step by step. Then you're going to have your drain lines that come out the side here, go down a trap, and go around and into the wall. Then you're going to have an actual drain line that comes from your dishwasher over to the garbage disposal, and it's connected right here with a little clamp. You just simply are going to plug it on and tighten the clamp down. This is where a lot of homeowners make mistakes, or DIYers. They don't realize there's a plug in here because a lot of homes, or some homes, do not have dishwashers, so they plug that off so that you can use it without the dishwasher. So if you're going to plug this in, you have to remove the little plug. So if your dishwasher starts up, it's not draining, it's filling full of water, chances are you forgot to pull the plug. Pull this back off, pull out the little rubber plug, and slide it back on. Okay, guys, so how this works is the water is going to come out of your garbage disposal right here, and it's going to go into the trap. Now, this is a J trap, and you can actually reverse this by accident. It is supposed to look like a J where it actually flows towards your wall. These two are going to have to be adjusted because this needs to be brought up, and that's as high as it'll go. So we're going to cut this line to get these in line. And then this is the wall, the actual wall piece or tail piece that's going to go into the wall. Now there are things you can do here. I can actually turn my whole unit if I want to get this a little shorter here. I can also turn it all the way around and go from the back, but I would not recommend that because if you have to work on this, it's a pain to get back there and work on it. So I like to keep mine towards the front. So I can do just like this if I want, shorten this piece a little, and I have a little bit more room. It's away from up here where it's not going to get bumped as much. Quick pro tip, most homeowners and DIYers, when they get under a sink, they're used to seeing things like the Schedule 40 PVC where everything is glued together and it's stationary. But when you're dealing with polypropylene and the flange from the actual garbage disposal, everything is made to move. So the garbage disposal will actually turn on the flange, which will move this point, back or forward. Every one of these points can be loosened and it can turn. So your trap can come forward, your trap can go back. This whole arm can be moved this way or this way by simply loosening this connection and this connection. Also, I can cut this pipe shorter and it can move further in if I need to. So I can move all my plumbing back. I can move all the plumbing forward. It really helps you, when you're trying to get everything lined up. It gives you a lot of leeway. Now, some of the problems I find, the first one is off of the trap here. You're supposed to put a gasket here. A lot of people think that this tapered part fits down in here and you don't need a gasket, and they're going to put the nut on and tighten it down, and it is going to drip. So you definitely need a gasket there. The other one is going to be back here. This is like a compression type nut on the wall piece, which will convert this thin tubing into the Schedule 40 PVC. So people will push this all the way in. They leave this one off and think they can just tighten it down. You should put a gasket there as well. Now your gaskets, the flat part is always going to face the nut. The part where it actually goes to the fixture, in this case, this would be my fixture piece here that has the threads. The tapered part goes inside, so it makes a watertight seal. All right. Now, the next area that I see problems with is they will get this straight across with no slope, which is perfectly fine here. But as it goes to the wall, you need to have a 1/4 of an inch drop. So you would actually put the level on and check. And if you have your lines here, it needs to touch, the bubble needs to touch the line. That means I have a 1/4 of an inch drop. So if you do not have a 1/4 of an inch and you have too much slope, water is going to rush by solids and leave solids in the pipe. If you don't have enough slope, then water and solids are going to stay in the pipe. So you're shooting for that 1/4 of an inch. So what we're going to do next, the only thing I really need to do is I need to figure out if I want to bring this over here a little. And if I do, that's fine. I can go ahead and shorten this pipe. And I need to shorten this pipe, the black one, so that it will raise up. Hey guys, before you install your own garbage disposal, there's a few basic plumbing skills that every homeowner or DIYer should understand. So I've put together a free guide that actually covers 5 of the most basic fundamentals on plumbing. Things like how to install the trap, what to do if you find water under your sink, how do you actually seal plumbing the correct way. So if you will actually go to the description, follow the link, I'll get you that guide free as quick as possible. Now this pipe comes with the actual garbage disposal. If you happen to mess that up, you can buy a replacement piece. It's the exact piece with the compression ring. The only thing you have to keep is your metal retainer piece, and you can put this back on. All right. All right, guys, you can use cutters for these, pipe cutters, and they work okay, but I hate putting pressure on this thin wall stuff. It tends to shatter. I've found that it's better to just use a really good miter saw. I can make a nice straight cut, and I don't have to worry about shattering. Now, I will tell you, though, the saw can cause a little bit of buildup and melt, so you need to make it quick. And if you do get that, you can sand that a little bit with some sandpaper and take that melted plastic off. So just like that. See, and I have just a little bit there, so I will sand that off, and this one will be ready to go. Okay, guys, this is the garbage disposal piece, and it comes out like that and feeds over to my line. Well, I need to bring this up about a 1/2 of an inch. This is where a lot of guys make mistakes. They will push this up like this, and they're like, okay, I can just whack this off somewhere in here, and they'll make a little mark here, and they'll cut it off. What they fail to remember is you have this big section here. It is going to be about right at 2 inches that this pipe can set down in here like this to make a good connection. So they're going to whack it off, and now you hardly have anything inside of the pipe, and you cause yourself a problem. So the best way to do this is not to try to mark way up here. It's to go from the end, and if I know I'm going to need about a 1/2 an inch, I can take off the 1/2 from here. So I'll just mark it and cut it right in here. Now I just cut off the tip of it, and that's going to move this, my whole pipe system, up about a 1/2 inch, and that should give me everything that I need. So let's go cut it and let's give it a try. There we go. All right, guys, so you're just going to take the nut, put it on, get it up there tight. You're going to put the ring on. Now remember, the flat part of the ring goes against the nut. The taper part will go into the next fitting where the threads are going to be. We're going to slide this up as high as we can get it because we need every bit of room here on this one. And we simply are going to take the J, make sure it's shaped like a J, put it on, and get it up there as high as we can get it, and start threading. Here we go. And about like that. I'm going to turn this to get it over close to where it's going to go. Get this in line, just like that. And there we go. You're going to have this one in which you put the washer is already on, and then I will go ahead and I will feed this and get my washer on. Just about like that right there. And get that into place. Tighten this. There we go. That's it right there. And then we're going to line this one up same way. Just like that. Sometimes I will go ahead and push those in, guys, make sure that makes a good connection. All right, now the problem I have here is this one has got a slight tilt to it, and I have it up to the max. I cannot really go any higher up. What I could do is pull this tailpipe out, guys, and bring it out this way more, and it'll tend to start dropping as it comes this direction. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and try a longer one. And I'm going to pull this way back here so that I can work it in. I'm going to set it like this. Let's go ahead and mount this again. There we go. All right, so we have that. Definitely have the slope there. That looks great. We're probably going to cut just a little off of this to get that straight because we are crooked over this way just a little. All right, guys, it is all hooked up. It's holding great. Now the next step would be to turn on the garbage disposal and make sure that it doesn't push through there with a lot of extra pressure. But right now, I have 0 drips. So there you go, fully installed, no leaks. I've been running the water, checking it. You usually use a bright light like what I have down below. You'll use your fingers, run underneath it, no leaks. But the true test is going to be running water, filling up the garbage disposal, and hitting the switch, because that puts the water under pressure. And if you're going to have any leaks, for sure, it's going to be when you do that. So I'm going to show you how I do that real quick. We're going to turn on the water, get it nice and full where it's backing up into the sink, which it is now, and we're going to reach over and turn it on. Now at this point, with it actually working and the water in there and the pressure, you're going to reach underneath and you're going to feel for those leaks again and use your light, look for any drips. Works perfect. It's that simple. Don't forget, guys, if you want to see how to actually do the flange part of it, be sure you follow the link and go to the flange video, because outside of that, you have drain lines, flange, and you plug it in. Pretty simple. So guys, I hope you got something out of today's video. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and ring that little bell notification button. Matter of fact, you need to hit it twice so you know about all of my upcoming videos as I release them. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.